So guys, hello. This is lecture 1 in semester 2. Lecture 1 in semester 2. In this lecture, we're going to cover grammar and writing. Okay, we're going to cover a new grammar lesson and a writing related to the grammar lesson. So what are the objectives of this lecture? At the end, you're going to be able to, let me admit Marie, to differentiate between simple and compound sentences. So we're going to go over the sentences structure. Sentence structure, okay, guys? Okay, don't worry. If you are able to go to school, I don't know if the school is open, but you can contact the supervisor and ask to get the books as PDF because they're taking the books as PDF. Or don't worry, the worksheet itself has all the related exercise, the required exercises. If you want, you can simply print out the worksheet. It's up to you. You are free to do whatever you want. Okay? I hope that now everything is clear for you, Talia's mom. Okay. Okay, so at the end, you're going to be able to differentiate between the simple and compound sentence. Here, I'm talking about sentence structures, not sentence types. Pay attention, sentence structures, how the sentences are built up. You are welcome, dear. You are welcome. Don't worry, guys. I know what you work on. I know that some of you don't have the paper books and they solve on draft. It's okay. And other than differentiating between the simple and compound sentences, I will tell you what we mean by simple and compound sentences. We're going to use something called fanboys. Fanboys are coordinating conjunctions. I think that we have covered something similar to these before, but also I'm going to talk about in details about these fanboys in this lecture. Why do we use the fanboys to join independent clauses or simple sentences? You're going to notice that simple sentences are the same as independent clauses. We join them with using fanboys to make compound sentences. I'm going to go over everything in details. I'm just giving you an overall idea about the lecture. You're going to know that every fanboy has its own function. And at the end, you're going to compose compound sentences correctly. You are going to write your own compound sentences. This is the writing part. This is the writing part in this lecture that you're going to be able at the end to write compound sentences correctly. Okay, now let's start with the details. First of all, we have to know something or to revise something. If I ask you, what's the complete sentence made about? Mira, let me add Mira to the list. Who wants to tell me? Ali Fawaz. Please, Talia, pay attention, okay? Rawad.
Okay.
Sorry, Ali Fawaz. Ali Fawaz, can you tell me what's the complete sentence made up? Or what does
Yeah.
it include?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tanya attends
No, no, no,
all the
do
live
not read it.
sessions.
No, 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 do not read it. No, no. I'm asking you. I'm asking you in general. If I want to say that I have a complete sentence, what must it include?
It must have a concluding sentence.
I'm
A
talking
prop
about a sentence. Talking about a sentence, not
sentence.
a paragraph, not paragraph. I'm talking about sentence. What must the sentence include to become complete? What are the components of the complete sentence? What do we find in the sentence, Ali?
I don't.
Oh, no, you know. What do we find in the sentence? Let's get some help from Nancy. Stay with me, Ali Fawaz. Nancy? Okay, Nancy,
Yes.
what does the complete sentence
Miss,
include?
I didn't understand what did you mean about fanboys.
I didn't explain them yet. I just told you that you're going to cover them
Oh,
in the
okay.
lecture. Okay. Now, can you tell me what does the complete sentence include?
What does the
Complete
what does
sentence,
what?
complete sentence include?
What does complete sentence
Include.
include?
Do you know?
Yani, what does it have?
What does it have?
It should start with a capital letter.
Other than the capital letter, I'm talking about the components of the sentence.
لكن تصير كبيرة
Okay.
عشان
Okay, let's
تتصغر.
see Jude. Jude has an answer, I think. Where is Jude? Jude raised her hand. Jude,
What's the complete sentence?
yeah.
It ends with a full stop or
No, I'm not asking what it ends with. In order to say that we have a complete sentence, what must it include? What are the necessary components to be found in the sentence to say that it is complete? Okay, Jude, give me a sentence. Give me a sentence.
I walked my dog to the park.
Okay, I took my dog or I walked my dog to the park. Okay, who walked the dog to the park?
Me.
You. You mean. Okay, so what do we call this part? When I answer the question who, what do we call this part?
Complete subject.
Subject. So I must find a subject in the sentence. First of all, so you see, all of you guys, first of all, I must find a subject other than the subject, Jude. What must I find also?
Predicate.
Predicate. I should have a subject and a predicate, and together they should make a complete idea to say that I have a complete sentence. Guys, you forgot what we mean by a complete sentence? Thank you, Jude. Thank you. Okay, so I repeat, to say that we have a complete sentence, we must have a subject, a verb, and it must include a complete idea. So I must have a subject, I must have a verb, predicate, predicate, subject with complete predicate, and complete idea to make a complete sentence, or we call it also simple sentence. So when I have one subject and one predicate with one complete idea in the sentence, I say that it is a complete sentence or it's a simple sentence. Okay? Complete sentence. Again, I repeat, the necessary components to have a complete sentence, should have complete subject, complete predicate, and complete idea. Repeat after me, complete subject, complete predicate, and complete idea. Okay? So to have a complete sentence, we must have a complete subject, complete predicate, and complete idea. Again, I repeat, in case no one of you heard me well at the beginning, to have a complete sentence, we must have a complete subject, complete predicate, and a complete idea. Okay? So what do we call the group of words that have subject, predicate, and make sense, or a complete idea? We call it simple sentence. When I have one subject, one verb, and one idea, you see, I have one subject, one verb, and one idea, I call it simple sentence. Or I call it independent clause. What do I call it? Independent clause. Let me explain first of all the word independent for you. When we say something or someone is independent, we mean this thing or this one can stand alone. It doesn't need help from anyone else. We must not add anything to it to help it. So it doesn't need any help. For example, you are independent humans. I am an independent girl. Why? Because I do not need help from anyone else. I do not need anything to be added to me, okay, to be a complete human. So then I am independent. The same for the sentence. When the sentence has a complete subject, one complete subject, one complete predicate, and one complete idea, then it makes an independent clause, or we call it simple sentence. So you see, I can call it independent clause or simple sentence. It has two names, independent clause or simple sentence. Now I go to the example. Tanya attends all the live sessions. When I say who I'm talking about? Tanya. So Tanya is the subject. What is the sentence telling me about Tanya? Attends all the live sessions. So this is the predicate. And when I read it, I have a complete idea. When I read it, I have a complete idea. Tanya attends all the live sessions. Okay? So I have subject, I have predicate, and I have one complete idea. Then what does it make? It makes an independent clause or simple sentence. So I can name it both ways, independent clause or a simple sentence. So when I say independent clause, I mean it's equal to the simple sentence. The independent clause, how many independent clauses does the simple sentence have? The simple sentence has only one independent clause. One simple sentence means one independent clause. One simple sentence means one independent clause. Clear till now? Everything is clear, guys? Do you have any questions about this slide? If you have anything, raise your computer hand or send me in the chat. Okay. So when we ask ourselves what is an independent clause, we mean an independent clause is a clause that can stand alone. It can work alone. Okay? It doesn't need help. It can work alone. It is a group of words. What does this group contain? Contains subject, predicate, we mean a verb, predicate, and expresses complete thought. Expresses a complete thought. So when I find one subject, one predicate, and one complete idea, I will have an independent clause, or I call it simple sentence. One independent clause is equal to one simple sentence. You might say some sentences have more than one idea or more than one subject or more than one predicate, okay, connected together. That's right. So you mean that you have more than one independent clause. So in case you have more than one independent clause, then we're talking about compound sentence. Then I'm talking about a compound sentence. In case I have more than one independent clause, then I'm talking about a compound sentence. Okay, before I continue, I think Lana wants to ask something. Yes, Lana?
May,
Yeah?
what's the meaning of independent
I explained the
clauses?
word independent. I explained the meaning of independent. When we say independent, we mean that it can stand alone. It can work alone. It doesn't need help from anyone else or something else. Okay? And the clause will mean sentence. Clause is the group of words, okay, that have subject, predicate, and complete idea. So is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay, great. We said, thank you, Lana. Nancy, do you want to ask anything?
No, this hand was like before we started.
Don't worry. Okay, so we said that one simple sentence equals one independent clause. So when I say I have one independent clause that includes one subject, one predicate, and one idea, it's the same as the simple sentence. But when I have two independent clauses, when I have two independent clauses connected together with a coordinating conjunction or a semicolon, this is the semicolon, then I will have a compound sentence. Again, I repeat, when I have two independent clauses connected together, I will have a compound sentence. I will have what? A compound sentence. But let me ask you something before. Let me take Iltaf.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Iltaf, we said that each independent clause has one subject, one predicate, and one idea, right? Right, Iltaf? Altaf, can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? I think Altaf cannot hear me. Let me take another student, Amal.
Yes. Miss, can I tell you something?
Yes, Amal? Yes, Amal. What do you want to say? It's okay if my picture keeps glitching, but what I care about is my voice.
Right.
Amal, what do you want to say?
I want to tell you that I can't hear you so much. Your voice is so
It's
not
lagging?
good. Not good.
Um, okay, don't worry. I will fix this issue soon. Let me repeat everything for you. As I said before, okay, I know, guys. Okay, stop sending anything in the chat. I know. Okay, don't worry. Okay. So, when we say independent clause, we mean that it has one complete subject, one complete predicate, and a complete idea. Then it makes a simple sentence. It makes an independent clause which equals to the simple sentence. But when I have more than one independent clause joined together, two independent clauses joined together, with a coordinating conjunction or a semicolon, they make a compound sentence. When I say two independent clauses, I mean that I will find in the complete sentence two subjects, two predicates, and two ideas. You see, when I say two independent clauses joined together, then I mean I will find two subjects, two predicates, and two complete ideas. Clear? Okay? So guys, when I say two independent clauses, I mean I have two subjects, two verbs, and two complete idea. Now, is it clear? Guys, you cannot hear me now? Focus on the voice. Can you hear me now? Guys, can you hear me? I care if you hear me. Okay. So when we say two independent clauses, we mean that we will find two complete subjects, two complete predicates, and two complete ideas. Examples here. Example, first example, the dog was digging frantically. The dog was digging frantically. Okay? If you notice, they said here it's an independent clause. It's an independent clause. Let's check if it's really an independent clause. The dog was digging frantically. What is the subject here in the sentence? The dog. I'm talking about the dog. What is the predicate? Was digging frantically. Was digging frantically. This is the predicate. And I have a complete idea, then yes, it makes an independent clause. It makes an independent clause. I have subject, predicate, and a complete idea. One subject, one predicate, and a complete idea. The second one, he was afraid. He was afraid. Does it make an independent clause? Let's check. Who I'm talking about? He. This is the subject. What is the predicate? What is the sentence telling me about he? About him, sorry. He was afraid. Was afraid is the predicate. And I understand the sentence, then it has a complete idea. Then I have subject, one predicate, and a complete idea, then yes, it is an independent clause. I think, guys, some of you are hearing me well, so maybe there is a problem with your connection also. Maybe. Don't worry, everything, you can go back to the lecture video, and later I'm going to re-explain everything. Don't worry. So every day we're going to revise everything, okay? So these are two independent clauses, two simple sentences. These are two independent clauses or two simple sentences. Now I can join them together. I can join them together to make one compound, sentence. Okay? I can join them together to make one compound sentence. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, I bring these two sentences, two independent sentences, two independent clauses. I do not change anything with them. I do never change anything with them. Okay? I never change anything with them. I read the first one. The dog was digging frantically. Then notice here I added kima with a word, another word which is a coordinating conjunction. I added a kima with for, okay, and for. So the dog was digging frantically for he was afraid. Then I added the second independent clause. This is the first independent clause, and this is the second independent clause. Okay, so the dog was digging frantically is the first independent clause. Then after it, I added kima and a conjunction, coordinating conjunction. Then I added the second independent clause, which gives us a compound sentence. Compound sentence. Or I have other way to make a compound sentence. The dog was digging frantically, and I added only a semicolon. What did I add? I added only a semicolon. Then I added the second independent clause. This is how we can make compound sentences. Guys, now you cannot hear me. Now also you cannot hear me. Some of you saying that my voice is good. Some of you saying that it's okay. The others are saying it's bad. Also, maybe there's a global problem with the internet. Yes, because maybe there was a global problem with the internet, with my internet and your internet. Okay, great. So let me repeat everything in brief now. When we say, when the sentence has one subject, one predicate, and one idea, one subject, one predicate, and one idea, then it makes an independent clause or a simple sentence. When I have two independent clauses joined together with a coordinating conjunction and a comma or with a semicolon, then I make a compound sentence. Then I make what? A compound sentence. If you want to understand more, let's go to practice this. Guys, please stop chatting. Stop chatting and pay attention. You're not understanding because you're playing and you're chatting with each other. You're not paying attention to me. Please, guys. Okay. So to master how to differentiate between simple and compound sentences, then let's practice this exercise. I'm going to solve the first one for you. Then I'm going to let you try your best. Please pay attention. The first sentence, the question says, decide whether each sentence is simple or compound. I have to tell if the sentence is simple or compound. Okay? Right. The boys and the girls sang on the stage. The boys and the girls sang on the stage. Is it a simple sentence or a compound sentence? I mean, is it made up of one independent clause or it's made up of two independent clauses? Let's see. Ask yourself, who is the sentence talking about? The boys and the girls. This is the subject. What is the sentence telling me about the boys and the girls sang on the stage? This is the predicate. Type. How many subjects, how many predicates do you have here? I have one subject and one predicate, and I have one complete idea. Then it's an independent clause or a simple sentence. Then it is a simple sentence. Okay, it's not compound. It's a simple sentence. Type. Let me take Nancy. No, Nancy, you participated before. Let me take Hassan Sabra. Hassan?
Joey waited for
Train. But the train was...
for the train, but the train was late.
Okay.
Late.
So we waited for the train, but the train was late. Hassan, is it a compound or simple sentence? Hassan?
Compound.
It's a compound
Oh,
sentence.
no, simple because there are just at the train.
No, it's compound. It's compound. Let me tell you why. It's compound. Don't rush. Don't rush, Hassan, and pay attention. Guys, all of you pay attention. Joey waited for the train. If you notice here, I have comma with conjunction. But the train was late. The train was late. If you notice, Joey waited the train. This makes an independent clause. Why? Because I have subject, Joey, and I have a predicate, waited for the train, and I have a complete idea. The second part, the train was late. The train was late. I have another subject, the train, and I have another predicate, was late. So till now I have two subjects, two predicates, and two ideas. Two subjects, two predicates, and two ideas. And between them, I have a comma with a conjunction but. Then it makes a compound sentence. It makes what? A compound sentence. So you see the difference between number 1 and 2. Number 1 is a simple sentence. The second one is a compound sentence. Okay? Thank you, Hassan. Thank you. Okay. Let's take Ali Hamoud. Ali Hamoud. Ali?
You may watch TV or you can go out to play.
Okay, so this is what? Simple or compound?
Simple.
Simple or compound? Tell me why. If it's simple, you have to
Compound,
tell me.
compound.
Why is it compound then? How many independent clauses do you have? We have two independent clauses.
Two.
Yes, we have two independent clauses. The first one, you may watch TV. You may watch TV. I have subject and the predicate. And the second independent clause, you can go out to play. I have a subject, you, and the predicate can go out to play. So till now, I have two subjects, two predicates, and two ideas. Between them, I have comma and a conjunction. Then it is a compound sentence. Thank you. Talia? Talia, and then I will choose Eltaf. Talia? Talia?
Yes.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but the session will end in 4 minutes. Yes, Talia, number 4. Number 4, Mason.
Okay. Number 4. Mason will attend a new school.
Is it simple or compound sentence?
Simple.
Simple. Okay, Talia, if I ask you how many subjects do I have here?
1.
1, which is Mason. How many predicates?
Yes.
How many predicates? Also,
1.
1 will attend a new school. So I have one subject, one predicate, one idea, then it makes a simple sentence. Excellent, Talia. Thank you. Eltaf? Eltaf?
She will leave soon and she still has to pack.
She will leave soon and she still has to pack. Compound or simple?
Compound.
Compound. Excellent. Compound. Okay. How many subjects do we have here if I ask you?
Subject
2. 2 subjects. We have she and she. And how many predicates?
2. will leave soon and still
Excellent.
has to pack.
Excellent. Will leave soon and still have to pack. So this makes it a compound sentence because it's made out up of two independent clauses or two simple sentences, we can say. Okay. Thank you, Altaf. Excellent. Excellent. John, I will go over the rest. John went to the party for he was feeling dull. John went to the party is the first independent clause or the first simple sentence. He was feeling dull, the second independent clause. Together, connected together, okay, make a compound sentence. Number 7, the basketball players stretched and listened to the coach before the game. Who wants to answer this one? This tricky sentence. Who wants to answer this tricky sentence? I want new faces. New faces, guys. Let's take Jude.
The baseball players
Stretched
and
and
listened
to the coach before the game.
to the coach before the game.
Simple or compound?
Compound.
What do you think?
Simple.
Jude? Simple. Excellent. You know why is it simple?
Simple.
How many subjects do we have?
Because there's only one,
One what?
two,
One what?
one subject.
Excellent. If you notice here, thank you, Jude. Excellent. We have here only one subject, the basketball players. The basketball players, one complete subject. And I have the rest of the sentence is a predicate. Stretched and listened to the coach before the game. Stretched and listened to the coach before the game. If you remember, we covered before compound predicates. This make it a compound predicate, not a compound sentence, because I do not have a different subject. So the whole sentence is simple. It has one idea. It's simple and it has one idea. Okay? So it is a simple sentence. The last one, Dan likes to race his car fast, but he should think about safety. I have two independent clauses. Dan likes to race his car fast. He should think about safety. This is the second independent clause. I have a conjunction in the middle. Then it makes it a compound